Hey, it's the movie guy. Out of theater, reaction to Kraven.
What's up, everybody? It's the movie guy. Well, I just got done with movie number 2, Sony Marvel's new movie, Kraven. Woo! Oh, man. First off, I gotta say, Sony, I'm a diehard PlayStation fan, but you gotta knock it off with these solo movies. I don't know what the end game is. I really don't. I thought I read a post the other day. I think this was their last solo movie. I think they're still going to do Spider-Man movies, obviously, Beyond the Spider-Verse and the next Tom Holland one. But yeah, I think they're done with the solo movies. I tell you what, this was like if the script, they had high school seniors. There was 30 kids in the class, and they all had to write a script for Kraven. And they had 29 great, amazing scripts that could have been maybe the best movie of the year. And they went with the worst one. The dialogue is so bad. It was so bad. Calypso's dialogue was so bad. I don't know who the guy was counting down. 1, 2, 3. You never knew his name. Where'd he come from? I was like, okay. Rhino looked terrible. The actor playing Rhino was awful. I'm like, I don't want this Rhino to fight Spider-Man. I feel so bad for Aaron Taylor Johnson and Russell Crowe to be in a movie like this with this terrible dialogue. Oh man, I actually I have Wicked and Madam Web. Wicked 1 and Madam Web 2 is the worst movies of this year. But my God, Kraven takes the cake. I actually liked Wicked and Madam Web. If you could say Madam Web was a little bit better than this, oh man. Just stop, Sony. Stop with the solo. Stop trying to make the villains like anti-heroes. They need to reboot everything. Just concentrate on Spider-Man. This was so bad. This was so bad. I think the only cool things about this movie was at the very end, not a spoiler, Kraven gets his actual outfit, and this is kind of a spoiler, but the chameleon, they introduce the chameleon, which I think Dimitri, Kraven's brother, the actor, I think he was in Gladiator 2. He was one of the emperors. But yeah, Calypso was just so bad. And even though they're CGI, I hated to see the bison being killed for their horns and stuff and the lion being shot. I don't want to see that. I thought... when Kraven talks, does he always talk with an accent? He was going back and forth. This was how comic book movies were in the 90s. Bad. So bad. What Kraven did, 11 million opening weekend? Worse than Madam Web? Oh, man. This was some hot steaming pile of Taco Bell diarrhea. Oh, my God. I don't know if I ever gave a movie a 0 out of 10. This might be a first for this year, I think. It was just bad. It was awful. How can the people at Sony look at the script and being like, yeah, let's put this out in theaters. Like, oh my God. I don't know what the budget on this was. I'm going to have to look at it later on. But man, they are going to take a major loss with this movie. Oh my God. You know how bad it was? There was only me and 2 other people in a whole, like, 100 and so seat theater. Man, I don't know what else to say about Kraven, but it was bad. It was really bad. It was worse than bad. Like I said, it was toilet bowl bad. But yeah, I just don't know. Yeah, that's it. That's it. I mean, Morbius, Madam Web. I mean, the Venom movies has probably been the only decent spin-offs, but still, it's like, what is the end game of all the solo movies? They're not doing anything. They're not going to fight Spider-Man. They're not going to do a Sinister Six with all these villains, because nobody wants to see that. It'll be like the theater cut of Justice League all over again. But I could go on for like an hour. I mean, even like the Rhino, like him, like the Bane, he would look like Bane. He's like, oh, because it hurts. I gotta keep this like backpack bag on my back so I don't turn into the Rhino. So I was like, what? I was like, what is happening? Oh my God. Oh man, what a real winner. Oh, thank God Y2K was actually pretty decent, so thank God for that. But that's my thoughts on Rhino. That's it from the movie guy. Have a great night.